I own a farm in Lanlate town. That's Ibarapa East local government of Oyo State. And so it was a Friday. I go there Mondays to Fridays. And but I have a house on my farm. So he has a room in my farm. We stay there. So he goes to his own place, comes to my place to stay. And then on Friday, we come to Ibadan together. And so we were coming back home that day. The farm to Lanlate town is about an hour drive, between 45 to an hour drive. And then we were coming back when I was not feeling fine. I was sick, so I took some drug. So I reclined my chair so I could sleep. Although I was in the front with him, he was driving. And I saw that he swerved. So I raised up my head and I saw the Fulani guys.
Did you say Fulani?
Yes, they were Fulani. They were dressed as Fulani. So, and they were armed. They had a cutlass, and then they wanted us to stop. So they swerved and tried to outrun them. So I was hoping we could escape. So we left those ones, and we didn't know there was another one in the front again, who was probably waiting for us, anticipating that we might make a run for it. And that was how he shot into the car.
He shot into the car?
He shot into the car. And that went straight and hit my fiance on the head, at the back of his head. And I don't even know. It was so fast. I didn't even know what to do for a while because the blood was so they opened the car and pulled me out.
How many of them?
4 of them. There were 4 of them. So they pulled me out. They were angry because we did not stop. So they started shouting for me and all that. So
as they were shouting, what did you do?
I was still in shock about the shot. So I was just saying, Jesus, Jesus. And then by the time they pulled me out, kicking me and all, I was just, okay, I started begging them and all. So
did they see that your boyfriend was going through pain?
They didn't pause. I know they saw it. That did not stop them. They didn't pause to even look at him.
No attempts to even help him?
No, nothing.
They were more interested in you?
In me, getting me and all. They didn't even pause. Just pulled me out and I was just begging them. And so they got me and then took me into the bush and told me to start running. So after a while, they asked me to bring my hand and tied a rope on my hand. So there was one in the front, one was using the rope to pull my hand. There was another one at the back that was hitting me anytime I slowed down because I guess they wanted to leave the scene as soon as possible.
This time you guys were in the forest?
We were in the forest.
Running in the forest?
Running in the forest, yeah. So we just kept on running. At the time I slumped down, They pulled me up again and they were beating me. So I just had to summon that has strength. So when it was getting dark, I was asking for water because I was thirsty with the running and then with the drug I took. At this time it had rained.
It had rained?
Yes.
So when it was raining?
We were still running.
Still running in the rain?
Yeah, we were still running all through. Still running. So I was asking for water, they said there was no water. And then later we just got to a puddle of water, rainwater that was just flowing, and they asked me to drink. I didn't have a choice because I was thirsty.
You drank?
I had to drink it. We ran almost all through the night. While we were coming, they already took my phone away from me and threw it away. Then I didn't know that they had picked my fiance's phone from the car also. So they asked me to open it. I said I couldn't. And so when it was 6 o'clock, they removed the SIM, and I guess I didn't even know that that was just because I knew they destroyed it to remove the SIM. So I thought probably they didn't want, the phone will have a location, a GPS to track. So, but they destroyed it completely and threw it, made sure it was disposed on the way. But they removed the SIM. So apparently they had inserted the SIM in their own phone. So when it was 6 o'clock, they asked me to call my parents and tell them that they were demanding for 50 million naira for me to be released. So I called my dad, and he also was begging them 50 million. How? He was trying to plead with them, and they just told him if he wanted to see me alive, he had better find it. When we got to a particular point, the river was, it was really, really, the current was heavy. And so one of them went through it first. And then, of course, I was shorter than them. So he went there, and then they told me to also come around. I was really scared.
How did you walk through that river? Your hands up?
My hands were still tied.
My hands were tied as you walked through the river?
My hand was still tied. So one of them just held on to that rope in the front and was pulling me because I was really scared because it came up to here when we were passing. After talking with my dad, they made sure they told him to get the money, and he said okay, he was working on it. So probably knowing that the money was coming got them to kind of relax. So when we sat down, and that was when they were telling me that they don't have cattle. They don't have cattle. The only thing they do is to kidnap for money. When it was that 4 o'clock, they called him. He was still begging them that it was a Saturday. No one keeps cash in the house. He has tried to transfer money to different people so that they could use the ATM to withdraw money. But the limit is about 100,000 naira. So how many people do you want to transfer to even raise that kind of money? Nobody keeps money in the house. So they was trying to explain to them, to beg them that, oh, he's retired. He's not working. How is he going to raise money and all that? So, at that time, they became frustrated because we have been waiting since 6 a.m.
And you haven't eaten at this time?
No, I hadn't. I was really, really scared at that time. I was begging my dad that, what? Anybody, I was almost like telling him that even if you can go enter the road and just be asking anybody for cash, just try and raise this guy's money, because they were desperate to leave at that time. They were also telling me then that if they don't bring it, they can equally kill me and get buyers for the body.
So at what point did your dad get to the location?
That was around 9 p.m. He got to Erua around 9 p.m. He called them. So, they told him to come alone. So 3 of them went to meet him. They left me with one of them. So, he later told me that they asked him to go to like 3 different locations. He didn't see them. He said he was on the phone talking to them. They told him to tell him to go somewhere. Then later they will ask him to go to another place. Just
So he was just moving.
moving around, you know. Then at the end of the day, probably, I guess they were trying to see if he was being followed. So later they told him to park somewhere and just drop the money there. And then told him to move ahead, told him to stay and a place where he should stay, you know. So I think they picked up the money and all. Yeah, he got a call that the money has been, that he should bring me. So I ran. I made a run for it. When immediately I saw his car, so I was like running to freedom, you know.
So did you hug your dad?
Of
Did you run into the
course,
car?
I was like, Daddy, I'm seeing you again.
Oh.
I'm seeing you again. You know, that was the thing that what I was saying. When I even got home, saw my siblings, my sister, I was like, I see everybody again. My life. I didn't die. I made it.